You are listening to Bedtime Dreamy Tales. Please make sure you have smashed that like button and subscribe to our channel for new story. Story title, The Willow-wren. Long ago, every sound held a meaning. When the blacksmith's hammer struck, it clamored, "Forge on, forge on." The carpenter's plane whispered as it shaved the wood, "Here, not there. Here, not there." And the mill's wheel groaned under the weight of grain, pleading, "Heavens, help us. Heavens, help us." If the miller was dishonest, the mill would chatter in clear German, asking slowly, "Who's there? Who's there?" and quickly answering, "The miller, the miller," before swiftly accusing, "Bold thief, bold thief," stealing 3 measures from a single load. During this time, birds too spoke a language everyone understood. Now only chirps, whistles, and songs remained, many without words, like melodies lost in the air. Despite this, the birds felt a leader was necessary. They decided to choose a king from among themselves, though the waterfowl disagreed. Loving his freedom, it panicked and flew about, crying, "Where do I go? Where do I go?" Eventually, it settled in a secluded, rarely visited marsh, disappearing from bird gatherings forever. One bright May morning, the birds from forests and fields gathered in a grand assembly. Eagles, owls, crows, larks, and sparrows, too many names to recount, all flew in. Even the cuckoo and his herald, the hoopoe, arrived. The hoopoe was known as the herald because it called just days before the cuckoo. There were tiny birds too, so small they hadn't yet been named, fluttering among the crowd. The hen, unaware of the proceedings, clucked in astonishment, "What's this? What's this? What's all this about?" But the rooster reassured his mate, a gathering of many affluent folks, and explained their purpose. At last, they decreed that the one who could fly the highest would be king. The forest frogs croaked a warning, "No, no, no, it will bring tears," but the crow shrugged it off. No problem. So, on that clear morning, as the signal was given, every bird soared into the blue sky, stirring up dust in the fields, their wings beating like a stormy cloud sweeping overhead. The smaller birds quickly fell behind, exhausted, returning to the ground. The larger ones lasted longer, but none could match the eagle, soaring so high it almost touched the sun. When the eagle saw no other bird could reach its height, it thought, "No need to go higher. I am surely the king." And so it began its descent. Below, the birds cried out, "The king must be you." None flew higher. "What, me?" shouted a tiny, nameless bird that had hidden in the eagle's feathers. It flew even higher, so high it could see God sitting in his chair. When it had reached this incredible height, it folded its wings and plummeted, shouting sharply as it fell, "I am the king. I am the king." Angered, the birds yelled, "You used trickery to fly so high. Do you deserve to be our king?" They then decided whoever could dive deepest into the earth would be king. The goose thumped onto the ground with its broad chest. The rooster swiftly pecked a hole. The duck, unluckily, twisted its foot, jumping into a pit, waddling off to a nearby pond, muttering, "Nonsense, nonsense." The nameless bird found a mouse hole and shrieked from within, "I am the king. I am the king. You think you are our king." The birds raged even more. "Do you think your schemes will succeed?" They decided to trap the little bird in the hole, leaving it to starve. The owl was posted as a guard, and if it failed, its life would be forfeit. By evening, all were tired and went to their nests with their families. The owl stood vigil, but soon tired, thinking it could rest one eye at a time. However, it eventually closed both eyes and fell asleep, allowing the tiny bird to escape. Ever since then, the owl doesn't dare show his face by day for fear of being chased and plucked by other birds. It only flies at night, bitterly hunting mice that make such treacherous holes. The little bird, fearing capture, seldom shows itself, darting between the hedges and feeling secure enough to occasionally chirp, "I am the king," which led other birds to mockingly call it the fence king. The skylark, happiest of all, rejoiced in not being under the fence king's rule, singing into the sky at dawn, "Ah, how splendid, truly splendid." Thus, in the voices of old tools and the whispered winds of feathers, tales of cunning and courage unfolded under the vast blue dome. If you like this story, please give this video a like and comment below with your thoughts. See you in the next story.